From Cleveland, Georgia and Truett McConnell College, the Southern State Showcase is just around the corner. John Nelson here, Nicole Morocco there. We got a lot of places to go in a short time to get there.
Yes, we do. First we head south to Southern Poly where we catch up with the basketball team. Then we head to Faulkner University where we meet the softball team. The showcase starts right now.
The Southern State Showcase on Sports South is brought to you by Musco Lighting, Mississippi Gulf Coast, One Path Systems, and National Management Resources.
Welcome to the showcase. We're here at the campus of Truett McConnell in Cleveland, Georgia. Nicole Morocco here, John Nelson there. We've got a full show ahead of us. John, where are we headed first?
First stop is Southern Polytechnic State University, where we catch up with first-year head men's basketball coach Tommy Dillon. They've been ranked top 5 for a lot of the season. Later on in the show, we'll tell you where they're ranked this week. And we also find out that one of his assistants is fighting a more important battle as well. John Wilkerson has the story in Marietta.
Good. Rotate. Let's go. Come on, Rick. Get out there.
Tommy Dillon is getting his chance to lead an NAIA men's basketball program.
It's been a learning experience. I'm still a young head coach. As an assistant coach, your job is to help the head coach and to make his job as easy as it can be. And when you take over as the head coach, you now have to make sure that everybody else is doing what they're supposed to do, and you have to make sure that you do what you're supposed to do.
Southern Poly is a basketball program used to winning big, and the expectations are simply to hang another championship banner from the rafters.
Expectations from the beginning when we first recruited our players at the beginning of the year was we felt we had a great chance to compete for a conference title and a conference tournament title. And then, of course, with all the tradition at Southern Poly, we expected and wanted to go back to the national tournament again.
When we got here, you know, it was a lot of new faces, but after we got in the gym and seen what we all could do, seeing we had a lot of talent, so expectations were very high.
While winning is important to the Hornets, it's not everything. All you have to do is look toward assistant coach Frankie Willingham and hear his story to put basketball in its proper perspective. In the spring of 2005, Willingham was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, which required 12 months of chemotherapy treatments. Some 7 years later, Willingham's cancer is in remission. But the best medicine for Coach Will, as the players call him, is in the gym doing what he loves, coaching basketball. Coach Will's story serves as an important life lesson.
I just wanted to explain to them that hard work is going to pay off, and there's going to come things in life that is going to attack you that you just basically got to rely on family, friends, and the Lord to get you through, no matter what that situation is. And these guys are going to go through several steps in college and in life in general where you're going to have to fight through things. And I just wanted to let them know that that you can do it and it can be done. And that was kind of the lesson that I tried to teach them.
You just got to stay strong and keep pushing. It's hard out here, but at the end of the day, just got to fight through it and make through it as a whole.
It brought us closer, you know. And so we came close as a group. We just think togetherness was the key. It opened our eyes and it brought us together, and we came together as a team.
He stayed optimistic through everything, and it's his commitment to being positive, his commitment to his family, and his commitment to this family. But more importantly, the way he stepped through adversity. And that's what we talk about all the time. You know, these young men, we talk about, you're not promised tomorrow. Anything can happen. He's been a great influence on our program with his positive attitude, his never say die attitude, and his work ethic. He raises 3 young kids on his own. He's a single dad. He's got those 3 young kids to take to basketball practices, softball practices, baseball practices, and all 3 of those and still be here and be a part of this family is a tremendous asset for me, and also tremendous work ethic that he has. And that's been something these young men have been able to follow.
The season has been up to Southern Poly standards so far, nationally ranked and fighting for an SSAC championship. Surviving the conference season is always a chore.
Oh, it's a tough conference. There's pretty good players in this conference, so you got to bring it every night.
It's tough, but it's also fun for the players because we competitive as well. We don't want to just go out there and play anybody, you know. So we look at the conference as a blessing and again as a wreck, because you can slip up any given night. So you got to bring it every night. It's a tough conference.
When we get out to nationals and we face other people at the national tournament, it's really a great expectation to be there, but then we're able to compete, and we know that we can compete at that level, and it's because of what's in the SSAC that we're able to do that.
For the Southern State Showcase, I'm John Wilkerson.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Thank you, John. Once again, toward the end of the show, we will see the national rankings and find out where the Running Hornets are as of this week. That's it for the A block. B block, where are we going?
We're going to Faulkner University, where we have a story about second chances. So don't go away. The showcase continues right after this.
On the Mississippi Gulf Coast, the fish are still biting. Our casinos are as exciting as ever, with 24-hour gaming and top-name entertainment. Our golf courses are open for play, and our seafood is as fresh as ever. There's plenty of fun for you and your family, and we welcome you with open arms. The Mississippi Gulf Coast, open for business, open for you. Book your visit today.
From Little League to the big leagues, Musco specializes in sports lighting around the world. Musco's light structure green sports lighting cuts operating costs in half with less energy use, cuts spill light by half, provides guaranteed constant light levels, and includes a 25-year warranty. For your budget, for the environment, Musco Lighting. We make it happen.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Get in the game at playnaia.org.
How do students decide which college or university to attend? Of course, it's based on your reputation, but their first impression of your campus is so important. How do you make that first impression count? By making sure every detail is attended to, with manicured grounds, immaculate maintained buildings, and a welcoming feeling throughout campus. National Management Resources Corporation provides exceptional facilities management services. We make sure that first impression is picture perfect.
The number 1 can make or break a great game. One hit.
It's going back. It is out of here.
One goal. One shot. 1 second. When it comes to technology solutions, excellence is defined by one path, competitively connected. One Path is proud to be the sponsor of excellence for the Southern States Athletic Conference.
If you're a fan of the Southern States Athletic Conference, then bookmark SSACsports.com. Visit daily for the latest results, news, standings, and webcasts. Follow your favorite teams and conference at SSACsports.com.
Welcome back to the Southern State Showcase, B Block from Truett McConnell College here in Cleveland, Georgia. And this week's show, Nicole, seems to be brought to us by the letter M. First story from Marietta, second story from Montgomery.
Yes, John, we head to Faulkner University, and sometimes, you know, life is about second chances. And a second chance is exactly what softball player Amy Page was looking for when she enrolled at Faulkner University.
My first year here as a freshman was in the fall of '99, and I was redshirted my first year, and then came back for my second season from 2000-2001, and then I ended up getting married, moving away, traveling the world basically, and then I ended up back here.
At the age of 30, softball player Amy Page came back to Faulkner University for a second time to pursue her dream of becoming a prosecutor. Amy left Faulkner in 2000 and traveled the world. She lived in Italy, Germany, and Florida before landing back in Montgomery, Alabama.
I didn't finish my degree. There weren't a lot of educational opportunities overseas where I was living, and I decided I wanted to go to law school, and the only way that was going to be feasible, or even a possibility, was if I came back to Montgomery because my family is here. My parents still live here up in Wetumpka. And so I didn't even know that I could come back and play. I was just coming back to go to law school, and it, like I say, was the best decision because I have a little girl now, and I needed the help with her from my parents.
The thought of returning to the softball field never crossed Amy or head softball coach Hale Wynn's mind until they both began to realize she had 3 years of playing eligibility left.
Eventually she came back to school here, and she came by and saw me and told me what her plans were. And I didn't know at the time that she hadn't been to school anywhere else. And then lo and behold, everything worked out. They started telling me that she still wanted to play, and I looked into her eligibility. I knew she'd only played 1 year, and so I knew we had a chance at her, so I said, okay, let's look at it. I did make her try out just to see if she still had her skills. And then the rest is, a little bit of history now.
He made me try out again, yes, I tried out again. And then, he offered the invitation, so he said yes.
At the age of 30, Amy's physical physique was in top-notch shape. While living overseas, she trained for many marathons and also joined softball leagues. The physical aspect of rejoining the team was no problem for Amy, but fitting in with 18 to 22-year-old girls was.
I would say the biggest challenge, believe it or not, was interacting with, the younger girls and, things that they do and talk about. That was a big adjustment for me. I would like to think I'm just one of the girls, but there are quite a few of them that call me Mom, which in the beginning, I wasn't exactly sure how I felt about that. But then, as we kind of, all fell into place, with, our roles on the field and, off the field and stuff, I'm okay with it. It's been okay.
She's provided a lot of leadership to the team. Plus, she can answer questions for them that nobody else can answer about me from being here previously. So it kind of helps them in that experience as well.
Once she settled in with the girls and the season got underway, Amy was right back on track. She had a tremendous year on the field until 3 weeks before the end of the season, when she suffered an ACL injury and was forced to sit out the remainder of the year.
After it happened, I got up off the field and was walking, and in my mind, okay, my leg is not broken, so how is this going to keep me from playing? And the trainer was like, oh no, it's your ACL, that's it, you're done. Who wants to hear that? I certainly didn't want to hear that. I'm a very competitive person as it is anyway, and we got into the training room, and then I had my MRI and stuff, and it was gone.
She has really fought back from it. She has been faithful to do her rehab and everything else. The thing that we've had to emphasize to her, along with the doctors, is not to rush it, because she wanted to try to get back so fast, and when you do, then that's when you go back a step or two. But she's done a really good job, and she's coming around.
After a grueling recovery, Amy is back on the field and practicing. As the season is getting underway, she has big expectations for herself and her teammates.
Expectations for myself is just being back at that, level where I feel confident in myself to be on the field, giving, 100%, like I was before, as, in all aspects, including throwing and stuff. I think that, this season is going to be, better than the last season for sure. We get a lot more leaders on the team now, and, the freshmen are, pulling, doing their part as well.
And Amy has been making the best of her second chance, and Faulkner University has become a fountain of youth.
Yeah, you've definitely seen that in the last couple of weeks here on the show. That is it for the B block. We come back for the C and introduce you to Truett McConnell College here in Cleveland, Georgia, as the showcase continues after this.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Learn more at naia.org.
From Little League to the big leagues, Musco specializes in sports lighting around the world. Musco's light structure green sports lighting cuts operating costs in half with less energy use, cuts spill light by half, provides guaranteed constant light levels, and includes a 25-year warranty. For your budget, for the environment, Musco Lighting. We make it happen.
How do students decide which college or university to attend? Of course, it's based on your reputation, but their first impression of your campus is so important. How do you make that first impression count? By making sure every detail is attended to, with manicured grounds, immaculate maintained buildings, and a welcoming feeling throughout campus. National Management Resources Corporation provides exceptional facilities management services. We make sure that first impression is picture perfect.
The number one can make or break a great game. One hit.
And it's going back. It is out of here.
One goal. One shot. 1 second. When it comes to technology solutions, excellence is defined by one. One Path, competitively connected. One Path is proud to be the sponsor of excellence for the Southern States Athletic Conference.
On the Mississippi Gulf Coast, the fish are still biting. Our casinos are as exciting as ever, with 24-hour gaming and top-name entertainment. Our golf courses are open for play, and our seafood is as fresh as ever. There's plenty of fun for you and your family, and we welcome you with open arms. The Mississippi Gulf Coast, open for business, open for you. Book your visit today.
If you're a fan of the Southern States Athletic Conference, then bookmark SSACSports.com. Visit daily for the latest results, news, standings, and webcasts. Follow your favorite teams and conference at SSACSports.com.
Welcome back to the showcase, 2 blocks down. Moving on to the C block, we're here at the home opener at Mize Field for the Truett-McConnell Bears. So what a better time than to learn more about the campus?
What she said. Here's the story here in Cleveland.
Here at Truett-McConnell College, we want you to be where God wants you to be. If God leads you to Truett, that's wonderful. If God leads you somewhere else, that's great. The most important thing that we want everyone to understand is that we want them to be where God wants them to be. And if they feel like a Christian school, a Christian school, in a Christian atmosphere where our walk with the Lord is not just a part of who we are, it infuses into everything, whether it's a science class or whether it's a Christian studies class. If that kind of strikes a chord with you, whether you're an athlete or whether you're going to be a nurse, we would love to have you look at Truett-McConnell College because that is what we strive to do.
Behind the leadership of Dr. Amir Kanner, Truett-McConnell College is truly heading in a direction where they love what they do and they love where they're heading. In the last handful of years, the school has experienced plenty to be proud of. The largest and easiest element to notice is all the foot traffic on campus.
There's been actually record-setting growth pace. This past year, we've kind of plateaued. We only had about 2% growth rate, but that was over a record year before. This year, the numbers look to be back where they were. At this stage of the game, we're about 30% higher in our applications over last year. And it's just been consistent growth. And the Lord's just blessed us with being able to solidly stand on who we are and just proclaim that unashamedly. And it's been exciting to see how people respond to that.
The other part of the pride is the growth with campus expansion, whether it's with the new buildings getting use from all the new faces and the idea that there may be new places to congregate, with the idea of a new chapel and even newer athletic fields possibly on the horizon.
For so many years, a lot of our alumni would come on campus, and it was the exact same school that they went to 40 years ago. And so, especially with the alumni, I would say they're very excited and to see the change and to see the growth of the school. I've been here 7 years. And this past year especially, we saw a lot of growth on the campus. We had new buildings being built and renovated, and we have added sports. So it's great to see the campus grow and the athletic teams grow.
But for the student, when they arrive at Truett, the idea from the faculty and staff is that they leave with something important for their future missions, what is called on campus the Great Commission Minor.
Whether a student comes here to major in nursing, which we'll have a new nursing school opening up in 2014, or whether they come to major in business, or whether they come to major in Christian studies, everyone is going to receive a Great Commission Minor, which is basically built off 4 pillars, if you will. We want our students to know how to love the Lord, how to love His Word, how to love those who don't know the Lord yet, and how to love the local church. Those 4 pillars are built into that Great Commission Minor. And again, it just solidifies who we are and helps to proclaim that. And we're excited about it and about our students learning those things and making that part of their DNA.
Add to that the World Mission Center activities, addressed as one of the heartbeats of the Truett campus, and the Excel program, where high school students can get an early start on their college credits and accomplishments, and Truett is making its mark in Cleveland.
Our classes are taught in local high schools. It's a dual enrollment program that, our Excel classes have been taught in high schools all over the state of Georgia. It's not just locally, it's everywhere. South Atlanta, North Atlanta, there are some schools here locally that do it as well. Those classes have been accepted as college credit to Syracuse University. They're routinely accepted at University of Georgia. They're accepted everywhere. And so that is something that really has helped to not only get our name out as Truett McConnell, but help to prepare a lot of people, whether the Lord leads them to Truett or whether the Lord leads them to Syracuse. It's helped a lot of students prepare for God's next step for their life.
The Truett McConnell aim academically is to leave a mark both on campus and in the path students take when they leave. Athletically, the approach is the same with the student-athlete through the Champions of Character initiative, giving them balance in thought, word, and deed as each student heads into their postgraduate life.
It's not just about athletics. Our athletes have to understand that if you look at the percentages across the board, odds are most of our athletes, the vast majority, are not going to play professional sports. So what are the lessons they can learn from sports and apply to life? The Champions of Character program really helps to nail those things down.
We talk about it with the team, personally with the softball team before we start the season, so they understand, what the words mean. We have different character words that we do with our team, and the girls will present on the words, and they'll say what the word means to them, how they're going to use it this year in the season. And probably most important with the Champions of Character is actually getting involved in the community through community service, and all of our different teams do different types of things, from reading to elementary school kids to volunteering their time. We had a baseball player and a softball player that took a blind man to a Braves game, and I thought that was something that was different, outside the box. Lots of times you volunteer at homeless shelters, or you go to the soup kitchen, or you read to kids, but I thought that said a lot of them being able to do that, to ride in a car with someone who couldn't see down to Atlanta and spend that time with them, and it was a great experience for them both.
And with all the planned growth, the Truett McConnell way may be more hectic as they head into 2012 and beyond, but it will be a very pleasant hectic, especially for Epling and Dr. Cantor.
Part of what I oversee here is admissions, and there's an admissions philosophy or admissions adage that says, students need to know where they're going to eat, where they're going to sleep, and where they're going to play. And we've tried to take care of at least 2 of those 3 in this series of expansion with the dorm and the CAF. And we're hopefully looking into the future going to take care of the 3rd one with the new student center coming sometime in the next few years.
So Nicole, as you see, a lot of expansions occurred here on campus. We're looking to do a lot more both academically and athletically as we go, and we'll keep an eye on it right here on the show. That's it for the C. Where are we heading now?
We got the D block next, and we'll tell you where we're headed for next week's show. But first, the Players of the Week.
The Players of the Week for the week of February 6th at the conference level are as follows. In men's basketball, it's Antonio Hester of the University of Mobile. Hester has posted 7 double-doubles in his last 8 games, including 2 over the weekend as the Rams picked up 2 big division wins against Loyola and William Carey. In girls basketball, it's Jasmine Brewer of Loyola of New Orleans. Brewer scored double digits in 2 road wins this week, leading the Wolfpack to a 19-2 start. She scored a season and game-high 26 versus Mobile. The Houston, Texas native is currently ranked nationally in 4 categories: field goal percentage, points per game, total scoring, and offensive rebounds.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Get in the game at playnaia.org.
From Little League to the big leagues, Musco specializes in sports lighting around the world. Musco's light structure green sports lighting cuts operating costs in half with less energy use. Cuts spill light by half, provides guaranteed constant light levels, and includes a 25-year warranty. For your budget, for the environment, Musco Lighting. We make it happen.
How do students decide which college or university to attend? Of course, it's based on your reputation, but their first impression of your campus is so important. How do you make that first impression count? By making sure every detail is attended to, with manicured grounds, immaculate maintained buildings, and a welcoming feeling throughout campus. National Management Resources Corporation provides exceptional facilities management services. We make sure that first impression is picture perfect.
On the Mississippi Gulf Coast, the fish are still biting. Our casinos are as exciting as ever, with 24-hour gaming and top-name entertainment. Our golf courses are open for play, and our seafood is as fresh as ever. There's plenty of fun for you and your family, and we welcome you with open arms. The Mississippi Gulf Coast, open for business, open for you. Book your visit today.
Nicole, as we say goodbye from the bell donated by the Kearns family here in the center of campus, Shorters lost to Point University, knocks them from the ranks of the unbeaten, but men's and women's basketball right now, the SSAC top to bottom, the toughest conference in all of NAIA. Time to put a bow on the show and say goodbye. Where are we heading next time?
Next week we're headed to New Orleans, where we're going to learn all about Loyola University. So that's going to do it from here at Truett McConnell in Cleveland, Georgia. We'll see you next week.
On the Mississippi Gulf Coast, the fish are still biting. Our casinos are as exciting as ever, with 24-hour gaming and top-name entertainment. Our golf courses are open for play, and our seafood is as fresh as ever. There's plenty of fun for you and your family, and we welcome you with open arms. The Mississippi Gulf Coast, open for business, open for you. Book your visit today.
From Little League to the big leagues, Musco specializes in sports lighting around the world. Musco's light structure green sports lighting cuts operating costs in half with less energy use. Cuts spill light by half, provides guaranteed constant light levels, and includes a 25-year warranty. For your budget, for the environment, Musco Lighting. We make it happen.
How do students decide which college or university to attend? Of course, it's based on your reputation, but their first impression of your campus is so important. How do you make that first impression count? By making sure every detail is attended to, with manicured grounds, immaculate maintained buildings, and a welcoming feeling throughout campus. National Management Resources Corporation provides exceptional facilities management services. We make sure that first impression is picture perfect.
At a time when sports are heading in the wrong direction, the NAIA is changing the culture of sport. Through the Champions of Character program, with the support of Buffalo Funds, our college students are learning character traits that change behaviors, and they're bringing the message to coaches, parents, and teams nationwide. Visit NAIA.org and learn how your team can become champions of character.